It is the KJ Today Show, your place for the positive vibes of pop culture, people to know, and pets. And I am so excited to welcome our guest today, Eric Winter. You are so beloved right now on The Rookie, going into its seventh season, but you've also had an incredible career and you are an entrepreneur. And today we're here to talk about something super fun that you're doing, which is your new rum, Palm Republic. Let's get into, of all the things that you could be doing right now and putting out there, why this specific product, Palm Republic Rum, was your passion you wanted to get out there.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for the intro, KJ. I fell in love with rum almost 20 years ago. My wife is Puerto Rican. I went to meet my now in-laws in Puerto Rico, and I'd never been a rum drinker before. And they poured me a premium rum and said that we're all going to talk. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to say no. You're pouring me a rum. I'm going to try it. And I realized, wow, this is not like the rum I was used to in the States. This isn't a spiced rum. This isn't something super sweet. This has got a lot of character to it. And it was from then on that I started to try different rums as I would travel with my wife. We'd be in different countries, Latin America and the Caribbean. And I would taste various rums and realize these are great and they're all very different from these different regions. So a few years ago, I told my wife, I said, there's not a great selection of rum in the market. You go to restaurants, there's a gazillion tequilas. There aren't any rums. And that's what sort of spawned this idea of me saying, I've always been an entrepreneur at heart as well. And I love starting things and building things, and whether it's through investment or through my own business. And this was sort of one of my first ventures, going out on my own and saying, I'm going to start a company and I'm going to do a rum. And it was nerve wracking, but here we are. We got through it.
And it is, I mean, it's scary when you put yourself out there. And it has not been out very long, and it seems like it's being very well received.
It is. It is. We just launched. We won a gold medal at the San Francisco Spirits competition, which was huge. It's the biggest competition in the country. And the support has been incredible. It's extremely nerve wracking when you put yourself out there in a business way and people are like, oh, you're just an actor. And I said, I really don't want this to be about me. And that's the truth. I didn't want this to feel like another celebrity spirit. I'm going to endorse it. I'm going to talk about it because it's my baby. But to me, the real star here is the rum. Like, that should be the celebrity. That should be the star. I think consumers are tired of celebrities telling them, oh, you should do this. It's not about that for me. It's really, I want to share my passion for rum, and I hope you enjoy it. If you want to try it, great.
Well, and the other thing that I find so cool about it, it's one of the things that, we are constantly doing on the show. It's like, how can we put some positivity back into the world? And you have partnered with Tunnel to Towers Foundation. So this rum is
Yeah.
doing good as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. Portions of our proceeds are going to Tunnels to Towers, which is an amazing organization helping families of fallen first responders, also veterans, homeless veterans, get placed in homes. It's an organization I've been passionate about and known about for some time. And to find a way to integrate them with Palm Republic also made a ton of sense for me, because having done my TV show, The Rookie, now for almost 7 years, I've grown such an appreciation for first responders and what they do. We work with so many on a day-to-day basis as consultants, ride-alongs I've done, just participating in different charitable organizations while being on The Rookie. So this was an amazing way to give back to people who I think truly are heroes out there.
I love it. And you brought up, 7 years of The Rookie. You have so many fans here today. And I always like to go to some of these fan questions because they enlighten me so much about you. And immediately, obviously we had the Rookie questions and surrounding, Tim and Lucy's relationship. I know you can't, give us any spoilers or any, look into the future, but for you personally, are you rooting for them to be together?
Yeah, I think they're an amazing couple on the show, and I think their journey's been special. And so for me, the breakup was was devastating for a lot of people. It was massive. The social media impact was bigger than I probably could have ever imagined. But I think it was a chance for us on the show to show a relationship going through some stuff. Everybody else has been very Everybody else has been very protected, and yeah, they go through troubles, they go through things. But in our show, I mean, in this relationship, we're now seeing a couple that has grown together. They were opposites. They never should have been in this position. They fell in love, and now real problems, came on. Tim's got a very challenged past, and it's not easy for him. So I think I want them to get together, but I want them to get back together the right way. I want it to be something that we build on.
How soon do you get to, do you get insight into that, or do you already have insight into it, Eric, and you're not telling us?
No, I have very little insight into it. I can have opinions. I can talk about story. I can, with the writers, I can give ideas, but they don't give me enough to really like jump into. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It takes time.
I want to switch over because the amount of people, including Christy, was the first one that said you gotta follow him on TikTok if you're not already. And so I went right over to your TikTok. What a fun little place to follow you along. Her big question was, she said, I love seeing him and his wife. They're so fun together. How do they, do their TikToks, take care of their family, and still have so much fun and work?
It's a great question. With TikTok, I was anti TikTok forever. Like I did not want to be on TikTok. We have a podcast, funny enough, called He Said A Deal that my wife and I do, and I would just rip TikTok apart forever. I was like, nope, never doing it. And she's like, you need to go check it out. You have a massive following from the rookie. And I went and did it, started doing these little trends, and it became a fun little escape in a way. And I think that's what fans really enjoyed is it was so opposite from my character. Initially, people were floored because they're like, whoa, this guy is nothing like Tim Bradford. And it became a fun way to sort of create and do these fun little trends that would show a different side of my personality.
You brought up your podcast. Maria actually said, "Will you please ask him if his wife is writing the book yet?" Because that was one of the funniest moments on the show.
Yeah, I think she's always writing that book in her mind. That would be funny though. Maybe one day. Maybe one day she'll write a real book.
Well, tell her the people want it.
The people are calling for it. I know that's too funny. That was a very funny episode. We were laughing hysterically.
We talked about, the good that you are doing with Palm Republic, the new rum. And one of the other things that was, brought to my attention, I'm also the kitty correspondent for Pet Pals TV. So I'm always looking for those animal stories. And it was Carla who pointed out, you did a photo shoot for a rescue, maybe sort of end of last year. Can you talk about why you wanted to be involved in dog rescue?
Yeah, that's one of my wife's biggest passions as well. And she has a huge, huge charitable organization in Puerto Rico trying to rescue dogs off the streets. They have a very bad stray dog problem there. And so she's made it her mission to try to save as many dogs as possible. We've actually had rookie fans rescue dogs from Puerto Rico. We've helped get them over to the States from Puerto Rico. Fans that have just jumped out there and said, I want to help and I want to be a part of your mission. And I think my wife's, I've always loved animals and I've loved dogs, but my wife's passion has been exponentially even higher than mine. So it's brought me in to her passion more and finding ways to help. So, I had that opportunity to work with a rescue for that coffee table book. And we're always, I do these cameos where I actually donate to dog rescue as well. And it's been a way to give back. And I love to try to help. I'm a big, big animal fan.
All right, and let's go back to your latest passion, Palm Republic Rum. We're here in Indiana. How do we get it?
Well, for you, probably the easiest is going to be our website initially, palmrepublicrum.com. We're launching in market in Florida, which is the biggest rum market in the world. So we're launching there. We have some select accounts in California as well, out the gate. And we're going to continue to expand in the country to be in market in more and more places. It just takes time, and we're going to do it the right way and make sure we do it. We roll out with a good pace and not too quickly. But online, direct to consumer, it's going to be available. It's available now.
All right.
As well as some of our cool merch.
Oh, yes. Got to have the merch. All right. Yeah. Eric, it has been just an absolute pleasure to talk with you this morning. Good luck with the rum and, continued success with the rookie.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All the best to you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Take care. Thanks for joining me for another celebrity interview. KJ Today, where you'll find the positive vibes of pop culture, people to know, and pets. If you like this interview, please make sure you give it a like, rate, review, and subscribe. And join us on YouTube the first Wednesday of every month for the full KJ Today show, where we play trivia, bring you more celebrity guests, and even a pet of the week to keep you feeling the positive vibes.